Hello, everybody. Denise Guru here again. This is Sadie. Say hi, Sadie. We got her in January. So actually, she's our miniature Doberman. So to ever coloring. She's 6 months old. So she's not going to get much bigger. Right, Sadie? You might have seen her walking around on the floor when I was doing my other videos. And so she wanted to come on camera this morning. But anyways, I just wanted to talk to you real quick about, hey, Sadie, quit eating. Talk to you about, everybody's going, well, we might be out of lockdown pretty soon, and really noticing that the earth is going through a healing mode. Actually, she's going through a vacation, and it's up to us whether that healing keeps happening or not. Or, some of us, I listen to some people and they can't wait to get out and party and have barbecue and all that, yada, yada, all that stuff. And so for a lot of us, I think it'll be business as usual. So I've been getting something, it's been a hard week, you guys, hasn't it? The human resonance has been spiking, those waves just coming in, and so it's been a really tough week this week. And but what it did was it just caused me to go back inside and do some more work and realize that I was starting to get out of alignment. I was getting away from my true purpose, why I came here, who I am. And we go through that. We pick up on the collective, and when the collective is in a state of fear, the empaths pick it up. And I was going through a lot of self-doubt, and wanting to stay in the closet and not really coming out and just who I am, keeping it a secret. Especially for those of us who have that shamanic persuasion going on. So after the virus, well, not after the virus, but maybe after the lockdown, a lot of us are going, well, I don't know what to do. I feel like I need to keep this going, this healing for Gaia. And so this is something that I've been getting all week long. And this is something that I've done on every one of my properties. And it's just been something that every time I meditate or every time I pull in my cards or doing in my oracle work, this is something that's always there. So today I'm going to actually go out. I'm on a new property again. And, those of you who know me, you know that I live just about at the base of Mount Chavano in Colorado, up high, about 8,700 feet. And so I'm on roughly 12 acres. It's very private. It's gated. It's very private, mountain views. And so I have room to do this, but this is something that anybody can do. You need to get creative. But what I've been getting is everybody really should go out there in their yard, be creative, and build a spiral wheel. And because we are, once again, you know how the spiral works. We go along the spiral, and it slowly comes up, and we get to an area where we can either go up or we can stay the same. Well, we're at that area now where we are supposed to go up. And so this is a good way. If you do a spiral wheel in your neighborhood, it actually can transform the energy, the negative energy, the chaotic collective energy in your neighborhood. And so if you could get one in each neighborhood, that would be great. If you got a community garden, say, hey, can we put a spiral wheel in our community garden? Or, in your backyard. And for those of you who do not have a backyard, I say get creative. Get yourself a board or something and get some rocks and build yourself a spiral wheel on the rocks. You can even paint one. If you get a big floor cloth, you can paint one on a floor cloth and really get creative with this. And so, but the difference with my spiral wheel this time, the theme is rainbow colors, And so that's what I'm going to do with my spiral wheel is I'm going to start and do the rainbow colors of the chakra. You start at the base, and then in the center, start with the crown chakra colors. And for those of you who have a little bit land, or if you have a friend that has land that you can collaborate on and do this, try to make it big enough that if you want to, you can go and walk it. And that's usually what I do with my spiral wheels is I go out and I walk it, do the spiral until I get to the center. And then I have these really big sodalite crystals, and I have these big Druzy petrified rock crystals that we dug up from one of our other properties, and I set that in the middle, and then that's where I do a lot of my meditation. Um, so if you're looking for something to do to continue what we all have been, us starseeds have been doing while we're on lockdown, and wanting to continue Gaia and the healing, and she's ascending regardless, but we can, that is our job of continuing that and adding to that and saying, yes, I'm part of this, and I am going with you. I am ascending with you. And so, when you do this, use the intention of bringing in the 5D energies and raising the conscious, the collective conscious, and just go through that. And if you have a little prayer with each stone that you set, or if you just want to keep that intention while you're building your spiral, and then when you're all done, and if you want to color yours, like I said, the rainbow colors, the chakra colors, then you're done. You can smudge it. And my property, I have mostly pinions, but I love pinion pines because each one has its own personality, and they're all gnarly and ancient, and I just love it. And some of them are huge and they canopy out, and you can go under there and meditate. But I do have some cedar trees, and then we have mountain sage that grows wild here all over the place. So I can make cedar and sage, and I also have a few lavender plants. I'm going to make some smudge sticks, and I'm going to smudge. So it's a good thing to smudge your circle and smudge it periodically. Right now, in the beginning, I would probably smudge it every day until you feel like the energies are really set in stone, so to speak. So that's basically what I wanted to talk to you about quickly that we can do to keep this going, keep it rolling. And we know that these energies are coming in, and we're all having to deal with them, and everybody's having different symptoms. And it's like once a week or maybe twice a week, I was like, in the afternoon, I would be just like drained. My whole body would just feel like it was like I was going to get the flu. It just felt like kind of achy. And then I would go in the sauna right away and sweat that out. But so our bodies are still going through that process, and I feel sorry for the people who are not doing their work, because it's just going to be worse, harder on them. And that's why we're seeing all that craziness in the world right now, because people are having to deal with their shadow selves and doing a lot of, all that stuff is starting to percolate and come up, and have no clue why they're going through all this. And, those of us who know what's going on, it's like we're having birthing pains, and we know the outcome at the end, and these other people have no clue, so they just think they're going crazy, and the world's going crazy, and the world's changing, and they don't understand why, and they cannot connect the dots with the virus, and they're caught up in all that fear porn. And so the rest of us are just we're in observation mode, and that's something that we all should be in, just observation mode and watch, because we've known for a long time that this was coming, and here we are. But one of the things that I kept getting in my last couple meditations is the big cats. My power animal is, one of them is the Black Panther, always been with me. And so I've been getting the black cats, and it's all about, we can see through the dark, we can see in the shadow, And, you know, where everybody's afraid to go there, we're not afraid to go there. You know, but we're loners. We would rather be alone. You know, being alone doesn't bother us, and being in the dark doesn't bother us. And we could see in the shadowing, and we could see everybody's shadow, and we could see all the shadow work that's going on around us. And, you know, so we're being invited to go to these places now that we have been afraid to go to before. So it's about sending our energy into those darker places, you know, to eke out, like my other meditation, eke out that dark energy and chase it out of here, and, you know, keep the energies going and bringing in the light, victory to the light, as they say. So I've been getting a lot of the big cats, and this morning you know, talking and sitting with Gaia, I got the cougar. And, you know, they come to me right like that. As soon as I sit down, they're right there in my face. And but cougar came this morning, and you know, that's all really cool. It's pretty much the same as the Black Panther. It's about patience, and that's one thing that Gaia's been saying for all of us. It's like, all right, we're all excited and we're ready to go, but it's still like patience, 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 doing your work. But by being patient, you know, how the cougar can stalk its prey and just be patient and wait. And the cougar knows when to strike, and usually when they strike, it's deadly, isn't it? It's like right now. So it's all about us having patience and being vigilant and watching and being observant like the cougar, the Black Panther. You know, the Black Panther is the one person in the crowd. If there's a big crowd, that one stands back and observes. Can't even talk this morning. Observes everybody, and they can kind of tell which people are authentic and which people are not, and which people are just the wannabes, and they can tell which ones are of the dark and which ones are of the light. And so, you know, that's what we're going through right now. We're in that observation mode, and we're watching, but we know in the end we will make our kill, so to speak. But we're also being protected. It's also telling us that we are all protected. And when this happens, and when all these energies go crazy, you know, some call it wormwood, you know, and we know that some will not make it. And when we watch all the chaos, you know, we can just be vigilant and patient, and we will know when the right time is to strike. And because we're protected, we can listen to ourselves, and we will know what to do, and not to panic and not to go into chaos mode. And you know, so the big cats have been hanging around. And so those of you who are here listening to this, it might be the same for you. So go and, you know, research spiritual meaning of Black Panther and cougar. They're pretty similar, but each one has a little bit. Black Panther is the top. Black Panther is the top of the food chain. Black Panther has no predators. You know, so there's no fear there. They just know there's no fear, and they are at the top, and we are at the top right now. So that's all I wanted to say, you guys, today. So get out there, build your spiral, and those of you in the house, you know, get creative. We're in doing nothing, so get creative, build your spiral. You got an old sheet, you know, that you don't use, cut it in a square big enough, like a meditation mat or something, and build your spiral on it, and make it the colors of the chakras, rainbow colors of the chakras, and other symbology that has meaning for you. And you know, with the intention of the 5D, and with the intention of being connected to Gaia in all the natural realms. So I want to pick one card. I got my mystical shaman cards, and so I just want to okay, so I just want to pick a card for those of us who are here and those of us who are doing the work. And just where we're at. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay. So, my intention is where are we at as far as the star seeds on this ascension process. My intention is to pick one of the top cards that okay, this feels like a top card. Okay. The serpent. All right. The serpent. Okay. So card 46, seeing as this is a new deck, I'm just learning this deck. I'm just going to read it out of the book. I just love these cards. I resonate with them. I do a little, my shamanic work. Okay, so the essence, the serpent is the life force of Mother Earth. What did I just say? We're all worried about Mother Earth, about connecting with Mother Earth and doing the spiral as still continuing that healing. The coiled serpent of the Kundalini brings passion, healing, and renewal. Is that not what we're going through? She offers us the fruit of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden, and reminds us to shed the past the way she sheds her tired old skin. Serpent comes to offer you the forbidden fruit that will set your passion and creativity free. All right, you guys. Okay, the invitation. The serpent power of the Kundalini is stirring within your chakras, gently asking you to embrace its mystery. Shed that old skin that you have been so attached to, and welcome the vulnerable pink underbelly that will bring you a fresh experience in your life. Your passion and sexuality are awakening, and this can be scary. So many of us are going through that, aren't we? I mean, we're all going through that awakening, and so many are going through that fear. That's, they don't want to go through, they don't want to go in that unforbidden ground, that old programming. Trust the wisdom of the serpent to transform your sensual energies into beautiful, original manifestation. So that card is, I mean, I couldn't have picked a better card for what I just said to you today. So, dealing with our chakras, and, we are shedding that old and coming into that new right now. That's what's all happening. That's what we're all going through right now, even as starseeds. And, I just feel sorry for the ones that are really having a hard time. There's so many that are, I can't do it anymore. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. And, I had a really hard week, and I was feeling the same thing. It's like, what am I doing this for? It doesn't seem like anything's ever going to happen. But then it was just a reminder for me to not be afraid of who I am, and, stay out of that control mode of really, we're here to wake everybody. We got to wake everybody up. We got to grab them by the shirt collars and say, wake the fuck up. That's not our job. We are supposed to we are supposed to be there if they have questions. And believe me, from what Gaia just told us, our time is coming. We have to be patient. So we have to be patient with what we're saying to others. And, sometimes if we force awakening on them, it can be detrimental because it is a physical and a spiritual thing. And so the body has to adjust in its own time. And the rest of us been doing this for so long that our body is just like, we're ready, I'm ready. And so yeah, guys, it's here, we're here. We just got to hang on a little bit longer. And it is that roller coaster as the collective goes 4, 5, back down to 3. We're feeling that, and then we're dragged back down with them, so just hang in there and do your work. Build your spiral wheel. All right, and I apologize because I am on my computer. My computer sucks, but it takes 10 hours to upload from my camera. So I thought, if you can deal with a little bit of my fan noise, I think my computer needs to be cleaned again. And if you can hear me, great. But I think a lot of the outside interference is starting to go away now. So, okay, you guys, get busy. We're almost there. What do they say? Victory to the light. All right.